Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still first down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Room to run inside the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 54 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing now is Manning to Barkley on the check down. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
But that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know, OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets. And
he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham from 8 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but My only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis on Brandon. Prescott now on 2nd down. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he lost the football, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kareem Martin, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns from a yard out. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Manning. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Manning now on first down. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants defense working their way back onto the field now. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Second down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A second down throw for Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And this one caught by Beasley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is,
and this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
After review of the play,
Bailey now for the extra point.
Stands.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to go deep for Beasley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And give them a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people play.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Tyrone Crawford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked.
And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, and so it's almost like someone fell asleep in the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. His throw caught at about the 5. A giant 1st down. Manning to an open Beckham. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Rumbling past the 30. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the back. Field and spill the play.
Prescott from the gun, throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. With that penalty, they only need 1 yard for the 2-point conversion.
And that can make all the difference trying to get those 2 points, right? Inches count down here in short territory. Maybe now they can get the 2 points that they want a lot easier.
Here's Prescott. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught at the 25. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 70 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. It's been quite... game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return.